basically, I'll do that.
After this mission,
okay, I got him.
I'm gonna have you do the LZ group for the second run, and then go down and
if I'm like this, right? Just tap me on my shoulder and give me fucking thumbs up right here.
So if we're here,
okay, and I got it. Boom. And take a shot. I'm gonna take like 10 seconds,
guys, right?
whatever.
It's all
Shoot. Target's down. And then you're gonna be like,
I'll just give you a thumbs up and then I'll let them.
hey, sniper shot, and he's down. Okay. So basically like this, and everything else you just whatever comes along. All I need to know is where the target is, because I don't have binos, and it's hard for me to see. You got binos, so you're gonna see the bigger view. Just tell me what the target is. I'm gonna zoom in and get on the target, and I'll be ready to shoot. Give you a thumbs up. I'm ready to shoot, and give me a green light, because I'm not gonna take a shot unless you tell me. You can do is this. So it's like what, 10 degrees? And you got to be able to, because you don't know where they're gonna be. You got to be able to on the move, get up on the kneeling and get high. Because one time I was like high kneeling, shooting like completely down.
a brief look at our insurgents there. You guys have any questions about the mission here?
So, others don't RPGs, AKs, SA7, those are the.
Yep.
In the past,
and then other than that, that's the only updates. Everything else should have been in the 281.85.
Yeah, I got that. Okay.
281.25.
281.85.
Yeah. 281.85.
Yeah.
There we got 3 people per aircraft now.
Yeah.
Whenever you guys are ready. I think we had 12:45 is roughly what we had as the takeoff time, but we got plenty of fuel.
Okay.
So if we want to start going early.
Yeah, these guys should be able to rig it up a little quicker than that, but
And what were you guys doing today?
We're simulating a helicopter shoot, getting ready for 31st meal.
And why is it important for you guys to do training like this?
In preparation for the MU, it's very important for us for battalion commander to have an asset that can go out in any given day and take a live fire shot from a helicopter platform.
And how difficult is it for you guys to actually be able to do it in the helicopter while it's moving?
Sometimes it's pretty difficult. It's a pretty difficult shot. It depends on the pilot. It has to be a good communication between the spotter, crew chief, and the pilot. I think that's the most important piece. If the pilot knows what he's doing and there's a good communication between the sniper, it's actually a pretty good shot.
How did it go for you today when you were up there shooting?
A couple shots. Most of the shots were pretty easy. The pilot obviously knew what he was doing. The one shot, it was difficult. In urban terrain, you have to be quick, and the pilot did not slow down during that shot, and it was pretty difficult. Other shots were easy to take.
I guess why would it be important for you guys to do a live fire shoot, even though you guys have already run through it?
Well, definitely you want to prepare yourself doing dry runs, just like anything else you do, and then final stage will be live fire. It will be same helicopter, perhaps the same pilot, and it will be more preparation, obviously, for the live fire shot. It's all in preparation for the 31st MU.
And how hard was it just getting the rig set up for you to put your rifle on?
It wasn't difficult at all. We've done this before. We're just trying to do something different this time. There's a few different variations we can do. And again, since this is a dry run, we're trying to do different things. Whatever works for us, we're going to continue doing that on the MU.
How do you think the rest of the Marines did today?
Everybody did pretty good, from the pilots to all the way to crew chief and the spotter, and obviously our snipers too.
And how important is it for the spotters to get experience finding targets on the move as well as the shooters being able to?
Very important. I think the spotter should be just as experienced as a shooter. He does most of the work. He's looking for targets. He's communicating with crew chief and the pilot. The shooter, really all he does is applying marksmanship skills, and it takes the target out. But I think spotter is a very important job.
How important is it for them to get out and do as much training as they can before you guys build up to the
these guys definitely observing what we do. At this kind of shoot is more for advanced. It's kind of advanced shoot. It's not something that they do even in a basic sniper school. But for the new guys, it's definitely important to see how the rig is set up, because they're gonna be doing something like that for next deployment when they become team leaders. This is definitely good training for us, for our platoon, for this battalion. We'll continue doing this training, and hopefully we'll end up with live fire training, and hopefully we'll have a good deployment.
And what were you guys doing out here today, sir?
Well, basically we linked up with some Navy 60s, and here in a minute we're going to be linking up with some Hueys, sending a spotter and a shooter on each of the birds up so we can practice employing ourselves from aerial asset, which is something that we do but don't get the opportunity to practice that often.
Why is it that you guys don't get the opportunity to practice it very often, sir?
You know, it's just basic scheduling for one, range time, and two, aviation just makes it more difficult. So I know all these guys have never done this before, and some of them have been in the platoon for a while, so our aero really stepped up for us and got this together. So we got some pretty good training out of this today and 2 weeks ago.
And why is it so important for your Marines to be able to go through things like this to get the experience?
You know, a lot of times we just practice our skills, basic sniper skills, getting ready for school or getting ready for different deployments, different typical missions that we'll see. But on the MU, one of the things that we might be doing a lot is some of this aerial shooting or aerial observation. And this type of mission allowed us to practice both of those in a real life environment. Obviously we weren't firing any live rounds, but we had a legitimate scenario going on, so it was really good for these guys to see what they can see from the air, and to be able to look through the scope in a moving helicopter and see how they have to rig their setup and how much movement differential there is between when they're on ground and when they can do it up in the air.
And how difficult is it for the guys to be able to actually look through the scope while the helicopter's moving and everything like that?
Surprisingly, if if they have maybe 15-20 seconds where they're going a little slower, they can get a pretty good shot off, but it definitely is a step up from shooting on solid ground where they can have as solid a position as possible because it is a moving vehicle, but they can definitely pull off good shots from up there. It's not considered precision where they can get it on one shot, but they can get it pretty close and take out a target within 2 or 3 shots.
Are you guys getting ready to go on the MEU anytime soon, sir? Or is that,
We deploy in June, so we've been basically up till this point building up basic sniper skills and sniper fundamentals, and then hitting January we're going to an SOTG RNS course, which will really teach us our mission for the MEU and have us practice what we're going to be doing, and from there on out we'll be doing more MEU-centric missions, but no, we still have another 7 months before we're deploying.
What kind of training will you guys be doing once you guys go to those different training evolutions? Like what?
Well, it'll be a lot of reconnaissance and surveillance type missions. Our primary purpose is to be a precision fire asset for the battalion, but our secondary mission is reconnaissance and surveillance, and the MEU will be a lot of that, and that's what a lot of our training is going to focus on leading up to deployment. Well, I just want to say for this particular training evolution here, it was, this has been really good for us, and it's, I think one of the big keys too is that it's cross-service here. We have these Navy helicopter pilots coming in, and they get to practice with us, and that's good for them and it's good for us because we can interact with other services, which I think a lot of these guys don't get to do often. So that's going to help us for the MEU for one, and two, just the fact that our battalion was able to get this together, I think is, really says a lot about the battalion and our air officer and FAC. So it was really good training, but yeah, that's about it.